Welcome back to Warhawk. This is episode 5, and I'm your host, Sophia Smith. Welcome to our spring semester. We are back with more podcast episodes for you guys. So today I have my guest, Elijah. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about what it's like to be a CoBE student, but also a CoBE employee. So you guys are going to get a little behind the scenes of what we do here as CoBE marketing, like interns / assistants, and kind of his point of view of being like a coworker, but also being a student for CoBE. So I guess we're going to jump right into our first topic, introducing yourself. So tell us your name, a little bit about you. So, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, like she mentioned, I'm Elijah Moore. I commute every day from Madison, Wisconsin. So, it's like an hour drive, Monday through Thursday. And so, my hometown is basically Madison, or like the Sun Prairie area. And I have a small family of pretty much 6 people, including me. So it's pretty nice. And then, I decided to study business analytics here at Whitewater. But I did get my marketing associate's degree in at MATC, which is just a community college in Madison. And then I decided to transfer those credits onto Whitewater. So, yeah.
Building off of that, so like what made you want to switch, because you said you went to MATC, like what made you do the 1 or 2 years there and then coming to Whitewater to get a bachelor's degree?
Mm-hmm. So I originally wanted to do my gen eds over there and then transfer once I was done with those. But I decided to do a 2-year degree in marketing just so I can get the degree and then enter the workforce. But I wanted to continue my education after I got my degree. So I decided to go to Whitewater because the majors there that they offered were really nice. And then my brother also went there. So he got me comfortable with it. And then obviously it's just more affordable than UW-Madison, which was my other option. But
awesome. So what is one fun fact about you that you like use as an icebreaker, or tell someone like you're in class, it's the beginning of the semester, so all the teachers are doing the icebreakers. Like what's your go-to when they tell us like what's a fun fact?
Yeah, so I don't tell a lot of people it, but a fun fact was senior year of high school. I went to prom, and that was really my first time like going out to a party. And so I went there with friends, and I was right next to the DJ booth. And so I was there for like an hour right next to the booth. And once the party was kind of done, I went out of the room and my ears started ringing. And so it started ringing for like a couple of days. And I was like, man, this is not normal. So I went to the doctors, and they told me I had a ruptured eardrum. And so I was diagnosed with tinnitus. I think that's what it's called. And so I hear a constant ringing 24/7. So I never hear silence. Yeah, which sucks.
So like never, was it in both ears?
No, it was only I think my right ear.
But it's you hear the ringing in both ears?
Yeah, in both
Dang.
ears. So
that's like
when I go to sleep at night and everything, like I hear ringing. Yeah, and so since it's only one ear, like mine has come out the other ear too, because that's all ear. So
interesting. That's a good fun fact. So you were kind of talking about your major. Like what made you decide your major, and then what made you really like choose Whitewater? You said your brother went here, but was there any other reasons like you decided to like really make the switch and commit fully to Whitewater?
So I decided to fully commit to Whitewater because affordability, and then the connections I had here too. Yeah. So I had a bunch of high school friends that came here as well. And like I mentioned, I did want to do business analytics because the career path that I want in like 10 years time, business analytics does look very good with it. And so just that security of knowing I could get that career after college, then I decided that Whitewater was the perfect place for it. and it's not too far from home, so commuting wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, and I think that's like a one thing a lot of people like they miss about Whitewater is like we're one of the most like affordable UW schools like in the state compared to all the other ones out there. And on top of that, there's like so many opportunities there are here, and it's like I think a lot of people look over that or miss that about Whitewater. It's so affordable, and there's like endless opportunities for students to achieve their goals and prepare them for their future careers. So, I think that's like a good way to move into our next topic, talking about opportunities. So both of us are actually CoBE students and CoBE employees. So we're going to talk about what we do and kind of like how it is being a CoBE employee. So from your perspective, like being a student for CoBE, but also being an employee, like how do you manage both, like the workload of being a student, but then also having a workload of fulfilling your tasks as a CoBE employee?
Yeah, so being a CoBE student, I am full-time, so I have 5 classes. Being a CoBE student, I mean, it's CoBE, so I am a business student, but then working for CoBE as a social media marketer, it's nice having the connections that I need. So if I'm doing a podcast for CoBE, for example, I know the teachers and they know me as well, so it makes creating that podcast episode a lot easier. And then so it's really networking. That's great. I do also do like the social media for CoAC, which is the College of Arts and Communication there. It would be easier if I was like a CoAC student, but I still reach out to CoAC instructors and students, and I'm able to make content still, and so that's great. But
so basically, like when we say we're marketing interns, there's a couple of us, and like we each focus on the 4 different colleges of Whitewater. So like for me, my social media content creation that I make is focusing on the College of Business and Economics, which is why I do this podcast, versus Elijah. He focuses on the College of Arts and Communications, which is like theater or whatever other majors. I'm not familiar with any of them, but
music.
If you would want to see his content, he does the stuff for the CoAC, Instagram, Facebook, and he also makes podcasts for them. So he like, although he's a CoBE student, he does the social media for the college that he's not a student of. So we can move into like talking about how is that like, even though you're not a student for CoAC, like how do you go about like doing your job even though you're not familiar with like the buildings or like the majors within that college, because it's not really it's not like your line of work, but it kind of is because of the social media part that you do.
Yeah, so the only thing I have in common is the experience that I have in social media, and so how I fill that gap is really using my resources, and so seeing what events that CoAC is taking or having, I would go to those events and then sort of network my way inside of there. So mention that I'm the social media intern for CoBE, but also CoAC, and I would love to create a story around a certain event that's coming up that they're doing. There are also on-campus organizations that are centered around CoAC. So there would be like Gamed is a student org, but it's centered around CoAC, and so all those officers, I network with them, basically introduce myself and kind of slip my way into it. Which has been helping me a lot with my content and helping me get my foot in the door.
I think it's great experience, and I'll tell everybody as this audience, go follow the CoAC Instagram, the CoAC Facebook. Like our whole entire job is kind of growing the social medias to help get more students into Whitewater as a whole, but then also build like a portfolio sort of, so to speak, for each individual college. So like our next question, like how has this internship / job like helped you with possible career experience, or like has it built your resume? Are you gonna take this like time you've been working for CoBE and put it on your resume for the rest of your life?
Yeah, so what I really like about the job is how many hats I sort of have to wear. So I need to be good or efficient in outreaching, also being on camera, talking to a bunch of other people and then video production, graphic design, or at least like not be very good at it, but at least proficient. Or
Yeah, and I feel like
using it.
It's helping you grow your skills as well. Like even if you're not like 110% good at this, it's the building blocks to improve those skills.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's the part that I really value about the internship. I also value at this stage of students, you really want to value experience over like money right now, because you want to find out what you're good at, what you aren't good at, what you like and what you don't like. And so this internship has definitely helped me figure out what I want to do as a long-term career, and what I look forward to.
Yeah. Overall, like, what is your best, favorite, or most important thing you've like learned while working for CoBE so far in the like 5 months we've been working at this job?
I would say looking at the analytics of things.
And I think that's like right down your alley of what your major.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I might change it, but business analytics, it's very, very good to look at right now, because it kind of dictates how we want to continue things in the future, and how to grow it. I mean, so far I started posting on the CoAC socials, which we have right now. We have YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I started posting December 2nd. So I filtered how we've been doing from December 2nd all the way to now. And we've had an increase in like the key metrics, or the KPIs, and it's been a good increase. And so that's helped me gauge that my marketing strategy is working so far. And just those little steps, that's been helping me understand kind of the next steps I need to take to grow these accounts.
And I think it just goes along with that exposure. Like even from my own personal like experience, like I do stuff for the CoBE TikTok, and it's just like every time I get a new follower, I'm like, I'm doing something right. And it's just like, I feel like I use it as more motivation, and you probably do too, to keep posting, keep making more content, and just like do our jobs is like trying to get as many students to apply, be enrolled at Whitewater and in like CoAC, and for me, CoBE. So overall, I think what you said about the analytics stuff, it's just like, it's such a key part of like what we do. So
yeah, definitely.
We're going to jump into our fourth topic. So since we both kind of do social media, but I feel like you wouldn't have applied for the job if you didn't like have any interest in social media. So we're going to talk about like, how long have you done content creation or social media? Is this like something you enjoy doing on your personal time? Is it something you would like continue to do? And just kind of focus on like our own personal portfolios online. So like, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, so I've done content creation since, right now I'm 21. I've done content creation since I was 12, or around middle school. So funny about that. But yeah, 12.
Hey, I've been doing it for a long time too, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so mine started middle school, and I remember specifically I created an anime theme page on Instagram, and that grew like a good amount of following. So I was friends with people in space, reposting their content, also like creating my own.
Yeah.
And that helped me with like the fundamentals of, using tags, keywords, because, Instagram
it's all important,
SEO based and everything. And so that started at 12, and then I sort of stopped doing that, and then I picked it up. So social media has been this thing of like me dropping it off and picking up a little bit. But
I feel that.
Now I'm taking it a little bit more professional, obviously, because I'm going into the professional workforce with it. And so right now I do find myself like in my free time doing it, just straight up out of enjoyment, not really finding it as like a
job or
a job right now.
It's just like a hobby,
like a great hobby that's paying off. And so right now I run my own TikTok page where I teach others about losing weight or fat loss tips and stuff like that, which is awesome. It's great. I mean, I feel like I'm doing an impact on the world. And running that page, I'm also learning how to teach people how to communicate, but also how I can reach a bigger audience, and so that's
Yeah.
where my marketing kind of comes in. And then I did start picking up UGC content, so that's user-generated content for other brands and businesses, creating content for them. And so I've been picking that up, and that's been doing really good for me.
Yeah,
so I'm just excited with my journey so far.
That's awesome to hear. And I think what you're talking about, like picking up and dropping it, for anybody who's watching this, who's like content creation and making like social media videos, short videos, long videos, whatever you do, I think the biggest thing is just like you have to start. Like you have to start somewhere, start posting. So, like, what do you think at your time, like working for CoBE, but then specifically doing the CoAC social media? Like, how has that helped you in any way with your own like content creation? Like, is it giving you inspiration? Like, helping you out with like learning things, or just overall, like, how has that benefited you for your own personal content?
Yeah, it's sort of like agency work. And so right now, it's making me learn a lot of things because I'm dealing with a different demographic, a different audience. So my TikTok page, I'm dealing with people who have the intent to either gain fat or lose weight, and they come from different backgrounds. But working for CoBE and CoAC, these are students. But these are also, dancing students. These are also theater students or music students or art and design students and stuff like that. And so I have to sort of figure out how to target those specific majors and those specific students. And so it's been helping me with perspective.
Like having like a range of working with different audiences and stuff. So
exactly. Yeah.
All right. So kind of the last question for topic 4. What is like one goal? I mean, you could use for either personal or like by the end of this spring semester, which just started. So you got like 4 months-ish. Like, what is one goal that you would want to achieve for like either the CoAC socials or your own socials? This could be like metric-wise, like anything. Like, what is one goal that you like want to set for yourself and to achieve by the end of the semester related to content creation and social media? Or it could be even like student related too.
Yeah. I mean, like I'll say my main goal for the CoAC socials and the College of Arts and Communication is I want my content or the the CoAC content to bring more students over to that college. That is the main goal at the end of the day. Now, it would be a hard time figuring out how many students kind of went over to that college because of the social media presence. So that would be hard to sort of figure out unless we did a survey. But that's ultimately what I'd want is our content converting people to.
And I think that's like the goal for all of them. But I think that's a good goal to just overall increase. So we're going to move into our 5th topic, our closing topic, to end off this podcast episode with Elijah. So what is one piece of advice that you would give someone who's going through the same thing as you or went through the same thing as you or is thinking about taking the same path as you? What is like your go-to piece of advice that you would give to someone?
I'd say in the space of marketing, because 10 years time, my long-term career, I want to go into advertising or at least social media marketing. I would say the degree is nice, but you want to feel more confident in your ability of your experiences that you've accumulated. And so that's why I want to preach that right now. Money's great, but right now you need to figure out how you're going to get a lot more experiences. Because prior to this internship, I had experience in nonprofits where I didn't get paid. And so that was a tough period. But I mean, that's what was able to land me a bunch of opportunities like this. And so this internship is just another great stepping stone where I can help CoBE and CoAC with my experience right now. But additionally, I would love to get a career in social media and advertising. And so I guess to kind of answer that, I would just say focus on your personal experience.
Like your experience matters more than...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good advice. Like, again, coming to Whitewater, getting that experience is like, that's the most important thing. So that is all we have for today of this episode of Warhawk to Warhawk with Elijah. Thank you so much for coming on here, sharing your experience, your information about what you do and being a student. So if you guys want to check out the CoBE socials are going to be down in the description, and the CoAC socials as well, because we want more people to follow them. So if you have time, go check out those links. Also, if you want to record your own podcast, I'll have that link below. But that's all we have for today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this podcast. This is Warhawk to Warhawk, episode 5. I'm your host, Sophia Smith, and we will catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.